for you. Again, a little bit tricky one. Apart from this dangerous misconception that AI is going to take away our jobs, because I watch a lot of podcasts from very eminent people from US, India, who are also AI researchers, and they are, I mean, very like good people and hi-fi people. And some of them say that OpenAI and Anthropic, and then whoever is inventing models, they are working something in the background which is pretty much scary, and we have absolutely no idea what is coming. So do you know anything about that? Do you agree to such things, or have you heard anything like that? Because that is a question a lot of people have in mind. Because if you search YouTube, you will see a lot of videos like that where people are coming and saying that you have absolutely no idea what is going to happen.
Okay, so I would say, I don't know, it might be controversial, but yeah, I will say, to hype up things, these types of statements are usually made to hype things up. I will back up my statement with some proof, right? I will not just make some random statements. When GPT-2, GPT-3 was when ChatGPT launched. GPT-4, GPT-5 is currently going on. So OpenAI was a non-for-profit company. In the beginning, OpenAI was created as a not-for-profit company, and all the money that were invested in OpenAI were actually considered donations. So even Infosys had invested, I heard the rumor, they invested $1 billion, but they did not get anything out of it because it was a donation, right? No debt and no shares and whatever, all those things. Anyway, and Elon Musk also had invested, and there are many other people who invested earlier stage, but they did not get anything in return because it was considered as a donation. It was not an investment. Anyway, point, that is a separate thing. Point is, when they launched GPT first, everyone used to laugh at them. Earlier, people used to laugh. What is this? Because the model was so bad, right? It was all right, but it was bad in many ways. Then they launched GPT-2, and before launching GPT-2, there was again this same kind of talk, right? Ilya Sutskever is one of the co-founder of OpenAI. He is no more with the company. Sam Altman is the CEO right now, but he was the earlier kind of team members who developed the earlier model. Alec Radford, Ilya Sutskever, they're a big team, but these are some of the prominent names. So during GPT-2, they thought GPT-2 was very scary, but it turned out it was just it was a good model, right? It can do many things. It can write email for me. It can write it can generate a CV for me, but it cannot do so many things. And when GPT-3 came, GPT-3 was when ChatGPT launched. Okay, there was so much hype for GPT-4. I was, because I was used to actively, not only among podcasters, even among scientific community, that there was so much hype that okay, GPT-4, you have no idea what GPT-4 can do. We are already past GPT-4, we are already at GPT-5. So these kind of hypes are intentionally done to hype up the valuation of the company. And Sam Altman is particularly good at it, to hype his company up, because investors love hype, right? So even this is, you are experienced guy, right, in this field. You have seen startups getting so many high valuations because of hype, right? And after 1 year or so, we see, okay, everything is done and dusted, right? That companies even no more, right? So hype is good for these companies. Without hype, they cannot survive. And when one company hypes up their model, another company has no other option other than to hype up their model. Otherwise, they're going to lose on this game, because it's ultimately it's a race for grabbing consumers, right?
It's
Whichever
business after at the end of the day.
it's a business, right? We can all day say AI, we will achieve AGI, we will do this, we will do that, it will be good for society and all. Ultimately, at the end, everything is business, right? So whenever I see these kind of hypes, actually, maybe 1 year back, I used to also get influenced by this kind of hypes, because I used to listen to some of the podcast and some of the like press statements like by these companies, and even researchers also getting like very anxious. Okay, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? See, definitely these models are getting better and better by the day. There is no denying that. But to create this kind of, you have no idea. Definitely, I have no idea, because how will I know what ChatGPT is doing, right? They are definitely coming up with something better than what is before. But really, with time, every technology becomes norm. Internet, right? 5G. Did we ever imagine we will talk like this face to face maybe 10 years back, 10 to 20 years back? It was beyond our imagination. At that time, if someone could tell us that this technology exists, we would have told, okay, oh, what is happening? I have no idea what is that, what can exist, right? But we are able to do this face to face video talk, right? So this technology as always has this kind of effect, and this will always happen. But when, as a researcher, I don't get hyped up anymore, because ChatGPT was like a breath of fresh air, right? It was like totally unheard of. But now, as we are getting accustomed or like habituated of using this Chat GPT, Gemini, Claude, and all, so now we are getting a sense of it, right? How this technology can further improve, and how it is going to make our life both easier and tougher. Easier in the sense that our job is going to become easier, and tougher in the sense that our job is going to get lost, because computers can do my job, right? They will no more pay me if computers are so good. So there are both sides. On one side, I can become happy, okay, it is able to write email. But on another side, a person who is a secretary, right? So the secretary will be fired, because the boss will say, I can use Chat GPT. Why do I need to pay a secretary? So both sides are going to, we are going to see more and more of this side. Yeah.
So definitely, I feel I need to do a separate podcast with you about uh, AI and spirituality together. So
Definitely,
I
I'll be
feel,
definitely interested in that. I'm really
yeah,
happy
yeah.
to join
So
that.
I am also very much interested in speaking about spirituality with someone knowledgeable as you, especially from a technical background as to how they see spirituality and everything. So definitely we'll plan for something. But in order to move forward in this podcast, I would like to ask you a question: that if LLMs suppose disappear tomorrow for some reason, right? Like the dinosaurs disappeared from the earth, like the surface of the earth someday. One fine morning, all the LLMs are shut down. What is your next bet with AI specifically? I'm not talking about quantum. I'm not talking about any other technology, agentic AI or anything, because agentic AI at the end of the day will also use LLMs, right? So apart
Yes.
from that, what is the next big thing in AI that you can foresee?
Yeah. So I will give some background for our viewers. So there is a history of advancement in neural networks, right? So LLMs are made up of transformers. Transformers are a class of neural networks. So earlier neural networks came up around 1940s, 1950s, macula pits and perceptrons and so on. And then we had neural networks, then we had recurrent neural networks, we had convolutional neural networks, we have deep learning in between. We're still in deep learning, but they are usually called generative AI, because they are slightly have generative capabilities. So all the large language models or LLMs are made up of transformer technology. So now, if so, when we say that all LLMs disappear, we assume that the transformer technology never existed. That's the assumption, my right. So there are many other promising directions. So I would like to quote Jan LeCun on this. Jan LeCun is is considered one of the godfathers of AI, and he also received the Turing Award, ACM Turing Award, which is equivalent to Nobel Prize in computer science, right? So three people got this ACM Turing Award: Yoshua Bengio, Jan LeCun, and Geoffrey Hinton. Geoffrey Hinton also got Nobel Prize for physics for his contribution to deep learning or neural networks, actually. So I agree with his kind of viewpoint, Jan LeCun's viewpoint, that there is another field called self-supervised representation learning. So this is a slightly deep topic. So I'll just give a brief overview of it. What is representation learning? So representation learning is a process in which machine learning, a process where systems automatically learn meaningful features or representations from raw data, like image or text. Currently, what we are doing, we are kind of giving labels to
It's
text.
kind of an unsupervised learning, you would say.
Yes, yes, yes. Unsupervised, self-supervised learning. So, so there we deal with representations, and we try to learn these representations automatically from the data itself. We don't label them. So currently, most of the LLMs are, there are two things. There is called pre-training and there is a post-training or like fine-tuning. So in pre-training, it's usually like a self-supervised learning. Post-training or like fine-tuning is usually supervised learning. So the combination of these two works very well for this LLMs models. So future is actually unsupervised model. Can, because we as a human do not see labels, right? We automatically learn about them over the period of time, right? So similarly, this if LLMs are not there, I think there will be even much. So we may even see even better technologies in future, which can overcome some of the limitations of LLMs. But yeah, time
Would
will
that
tell.
be more scary for the human beings?
Every technology is scary actually. If you think about it, anything new, it should scare us. I think I personally uh, try to see it that way.